Hey, I've been living with the 77-inch S90F every day for weeks, so let me talk to you like someone who's felt what it actually does to your room and your experience, not just admired specs on paper. You're the kind of person who notices when motion doesn't feel smooth, when color depth feels shallow, when details you know are there just don't come through, that tiny sense of something's off every time you hit play. You don't ignore that feeling, and that tells me you're ready for visuals that actually match what your eyes expect. Before you go deeper, check the current price and stock. TVs at this scale and level of performance don't stay launched at stable availability. Waiting usually ends with either missing the configuration you wanted or paying more later. There's always that moment where you realize your old screen just isn't keeping up anymore. For me, it hit during a movie binge. Gorgeous scenes, but every fast cut felt like a compromise, every shadow lacked depth, and every high-motion sequence felt like a reminder that I deserved better. That's the quiet frustration that nags at you until you finally decide you're done with almost. The first time you power on this display, there's an immediate sense of clear presence. Deep blacks and vibrant colors aren't just marketing phrases, they feel alive. Details that used to hide in shadows suddenly emerge. Motion Xcelerator turns fast action into something smooth and confident instead of blur and guesswork. It's a relief, like the visuals finally match what your brain expects and your eyes remember. You feel it in everyday use, sports where every movement feels fluid instead of choppy, games where environment texture and lighting feel intentional, movies where cinematic depth actually fills the space instead of feeling like you're just looking at a rectangle. Even casual streaming looks richer, more intentional, more coherent, like the content finally has room to breathe. This isn't about chasing specs, it's about experiencing them. The OLED panel gives you contrast that feels natural, not overdone. The AI upscaling brings everyday content closer to true 4K without weird artifacts. The motion accelerator rate keeps movement clean instead of distracting. Samsung Vision AI doesn't just adjust picture, it feels aware of what you're watching and optimizes in ways that feel meaningful, not gimmicky. Don't assume prices or stock will stay friendly. Displays this capable tend to get attention fast, and hesitation usually ends with compromise. If you're hesitating because you think a big TV is too much, let me reframe it: this doesn't overpower your space, it enhances it. It feels intentional, like the screen finally matches what your room deserves instead of settling for something that barely keeps pace. One surprise benefit you don't notice until you live with it is how comfortable brightness and motion feel over time. You don't strain your eyes to catch detail. You don't chase clarity. You see it, and it stays consistent, comfortable, and full. Picture depth feels alive and deep motion stays smooth and confident. Colors feel rich without oversaturation. Every scene feels intentional and real. Viewing feels effortless every time. It's not the cheapest display on the market. Huge screens take real space and mindful placement. At some point you stop comparing weaker screens. You stop accepting good enough. You choose what genuinely satisfies, and every time you glance at lesser TVs, you come right back here because this already feels right. Check the current price and availability now. Decide while this configuration still makes sense for you. Don't let this be one of those upgrades you delay and quietly regret later.